Hey guys, Tinman, human, a little bit of an old structure there. You know, I'm right near a spot where I was the other day. It's called to me to be looking pretty hot, and I could kind of get that sensing myself through a couple of different ways, visual, hearing, stuff like that. I'm back here and it's really, they own the forest, guys. There's no other way. So I'm kind of at this spot where I'm thinking to myself, like, what do you guys want me to do? Like, Colorado Bigfoot, he knows what he wants to do, and he's doing it how he does his style. Okay, and I'm not bad-mouthing him at all. It is legitimate work. It's legitimate research, and it's legitimate a hazard to his life. It's not like it's the safest thing to be out in the woods at all. But after saying that, so I do a different research than him, a different style. When I'm out here, right now he'd be going, oh, look at this, look at that, go through this, I'm going up here, you know, I'm way out here, and I'm doing all this and that. And that is all super awesome. Okay, now that's enough about him. So now you're on to me with my style of research, and what I do is I point out things that are theirs, that they cut more than a shelter. And what I've been doing with that is I've been teaching you guys different angularness of the cuts and different things like this. The most they ever really resemble when it's really theirs is a machete. But if you get into how thin those are apart, those ones on the top there, those things are, who's macheteing in a way to do those 3 or 4, those, you know what I'm saying there. You see some stuff, I'm sure. Anyways, so now I'm going to back up again. And I'm going to show you guys. So I came walking in here, and I seen that. I'm just at a roadside, like I said, near another area. I seen this. You can tell it's very aged. Whoever was in here and put this in here, okay. So it has no time reference to that aging. And I walked over here and decided to check out that guy right there. First, for you ones that have something tempting in your tummy to look deeper, so I'll go like this. And then we'll get our little piece of wood in there. So anyways, you see that piece of wood, guys? Take a glance at the piece of wood. You can tell that it is very chopped and sliced and diced and different things by the beings of the forest. And I'm going to show you how. And then we'll come back into some good views. So I'm going to show you how it's very controlled cutting, okay? Some of you might already be picking up on how controlled it is. See that edge there, that very top bark edge? See the depth because of the leftover remnants of the cut? Or so right here is a really good spot there. So what just happened is the tree has started to heal. That's what we're seeing along that edge there. But I believe these guys still are picking at it, because there's more the reference and color of the deteriorated look of what it should be kind of in its state. But they're having fun. They're picking at it. They got fresh stuff going. They're cutting at it and stuff. So it's a continuation. Yes, in there it's a little bit more protected, so it could be a different color in part because of that. But right there we probably get an awesome reference of age changing. Now let's look at the thickness of those cuts. You see that? Like a machete has a sharp thing, and then it has wide. And when you get into these like this, you don't ever really see that V widening like we have to do with metal, because our metal has to have some thickness to it. Now you get up into here and you see different, like it's been different cuts that have had to perform that depth. And that is from the outside bark there to the back side in there is 2 inches or something. That one on that side, the top plate there, it's probably an inch or so, over an inch. And okay, so I'm going to do this. I am going to come in a little bit closer here with my finger. Yeah, I'm going to zoom out good. There we go. So I'm just going to check right here, see if I can feel any curvature in it. The swell, the curve. And I think I do this way. Okay, so if we went up here now, and we looked at this, so this tells us a really good age, guys, of when the last time it was cut. This piece hanging here. And it lines in there really well. And it's not swelled. Well, it has a little bit of swelling probably in it, unless I'm just not getting it in tight enough. Because I can get it in pretty tight there. And then we look at this edge here. I hope I had you on there well. I wasn't looking at the camera ever. Yeah. So if I then go boop. packed earth. Yeah, and then we get to see some different age slices and dices here. Right here. Did I give you a good hand size reference in the end for that? Because of that mark that was left behind here, I'm suspecting that that probably was a cut. And these are the typical ones they do, but they don't usually do. Well, you do come across them, just not very often. See, that's almost like a starting maybe of a C-section, you know, where you start to get a belly swell or something. Tree's not really shaped for it. This is more a keener prospect for a C-section. Here I call that cut when when it's a bellied tree like this, and then cuts start to happen here, like there's been one here, right? There. Maybe a couple of more picks they're doing at it and stuff, and yeah, it just seems to grab a lot of nutrition or whatever and hold it there probably. All this pecking and stuff, don't always think it's just woodpeckers now. Excuse me. Along with just this, like this is one of their wounds, guys. They're coming along and they're picking at that and they're inducing certain oh, maybe that was an entrance, but I think it stops. Suspecting that squirrels are around here, no doubt. No doubt in my calculations. So you hear the traffic. Not much traffic. Pretty rurally in the country. You can see what the trees are like. It's magnificent land, no doubt. Area. So what you have to do is you got to try to be able to look through. And hopefully I've been maintaining a slow enough. I'm not always getting the best view and knowing what I'm seeing really well. I did hear a bark from up in that area 30 seconds back now. Probably when I started or finished talking there the first time. Okay guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you sub and like. Just hit whatever thumbs you like. You see, in appreciation for my hard efforts, it helps me out a lot. I appreciate you guys watching. Peace out. Don't forget to share.